Cat D6N. If you remember, we came here, it was blowing fuses. We brought the box back to the shop. It did need a new main board. The whole entire main board was blown out on it. This is what I found last time I was here, so we're gonna have to replace the blade cable. But also, when I rewatched my video of when I came out here last, this is a really big guy that uses this dozer, and I don't know why they would have put the MCR3 back here. I mean, honestly, it looks like the only good spot, but it looks like, you see that cable, this B cable right here, and it looks like it's got a soft spot in it. We're gonna take that apart. Oh, always moving trash. We're gonna check this B cable out. I think it got mashed. We can probably leave that access seal there. What I'll end up doing, most likely, if there's room. There looks like there's room. All this needs to go. I'll set the. Let's check it out. Oh, caterpillars. Yeah, I'll set the MCR3 right here, magnet to the side, and run the cables down, and they should be well protected. Actually, this is a big guy. This seat goes up and down. It goes down pretty far. He might end up hitting the top of these cables. I guess I would rather have that than have these cables get bashed back here, because there are boots on it to protect it. So alright, so I just took the access seal apart, and this is the spot I was talking about. You see how soft that is right there, and then right here, there's a possibility that that's where the damage is, and it's causing the system to short out. If you look at the A cable doesn't have it. Doesn't have that problem. Alright, so we'll have to pull the floor up so we can get that B cable out. I think I'm just going to go ahead and mount it right over here. Bring the cables down the side. That way the cables will come down here and go into the access, and they shouldn't even be touched. We'll see. I gotta take the floor out. It's always tough to decide, but you know, we have a bad cable here. Could this have blown the fuse and blown the main board? Yeah. That B cable? Yeah. I'm not seeing any real physical damage on the B cable, just this one. So we gotta knock that off too. Oh, look at that spot. Look at this. Wow. That one's getting mushed in there, isn't it? Yeah. Have to install this in a better manner. Yeah, so this one's been a lot of fun to try to get out. It's just jam-packed in there as well. Finally got it. Finally got it. There we go. Good grief. Just replace the hose too. I gotta clean that out. Just don't like using these spots. Then again, I don't want to spend another 2 hours welding on clamps that they should have done in the first place. Not a lot of a whole lot of room right here between that. That's why it was rubbing. Alright, let's see if we can get it in there. Well, there's another bad spot. There's like, I think that's the third or fourth bad spot on this cable that I've found. So I've got it run here on the blade through. Got the new cover down there. Just gonna pull it through the rest of the way here. Alright, we got that hose run up in there and that cable run up in that little tiny spot like this. You know, it's interesting. People get so crafty. There was half a dozen other spots they could have brought that. I had to cut the head off of it because the shrink wrap that was on it was too fat to go through it, so now I have to rewire it and repin it. I don't know what they did with their data cable for their modem. I don't even see it here. I remember taking it off. Jeez, what a mess. Alright, so that's back together anyway, so let's give it a try. See what happens. Now, I don't see anything. I don't see any damage on this B cable, so I have to assume it was just the blade cable that was causing the issues. Well, alright, the fuse held on that one. Fuse. Oh, my brain is tired. This one, it's a lot of work. They did not make it easy to repair. Alright, let's fire it up and see. See if we get any power on it. No. No power. Oh, there we go. Holy cow. What took so long? Okay. Well, that's a good sign. Nothing's blowing. Whew. Yeah, just a blade cable. Boogered up blade cable down there. I guess is enough to short out the system. I have seen that a few times before. I have no place to move that, so that's where it's staying. I have no place to move that. It is not going to work down here. I cannot mount it up there. I took the access seal off and pulled as much cable as I could. There's not much in there. And then all these connectors are going to be way up underneath where you can't reach them. So it's staying. They're just going to have to be careful. Not push the seat back so far. It was a bad spot to begin with. They should have not put it there. Brand new main board. Brand new sensor cable. And we'll see if we have sensor life. Right now she is real slow on the GPS, so I don't know if they have their base up or not. I'll have to ask them. Apparently, it's just GPS. Let's go in and take a peek real quick. The main is hanging up. It's got updates. The main is hanging up for some reason. It's chirping. Booger up that connector. Alright, let's cancel, let's get out of there. Let's go in and just do a factory reset on it, see if we can get some life out of that main. Let's go into the main there, see if it'll even connect. Now connected to the receiver board. Let's see what the status is on it. It's squawking. It's reading satellites. Probably just needs a factory reset. Might as well do the auxiliary too while we're in here. Auxiliaries always take a while. Alright, let's factory reset the auxiliary too. Go back in and connect to the main. Whoops, cancel, cancel. Unchecked secondary receiver. It's got 7 satellites. I guess that's why it's -2. It's got the 4.8 firmware on it. Alright, let's just restart the box and see if that didn't help it. Curious to know where that data cable went to for that modem. I guess I'll have to rewatch my video and see. I remember it being there. Power and data. I assume these guys are on base. I'll have to check their radio settings. Still a little slow, but it's moving. Let it cook for a little bit. Alright, any minute. Still having a hard time with that main. I went up on the top of the cabin, I checked, so it's connected. Alright, so that's what I needed to know for sure, if that sensor was alive. And sure enough, it's alive, so that's good. And we're waiting to initialize. And they are on 9:15, okay. So I'm not sure how far away their base is. That might have been the issue too. I guess we can go in and check. Got 12 out of 14. 5 masking. We're relatively flat here, you see. And one side of the blade says 793.59, the other says 793.74. That's a difference of almost 2/10. Is there a 2/10 difference right there across that blade? Maybe. I don't know. Oh yeah, look at how far away from the base we are. 2,900 feet on 9:15. Yeah, that's too far. That's way too far. But it's working, it's just having a hard time initializing because that base is so far away. So, alright, well, we got them up and running. We'll let that cook for a little bit, put this thing back together. Whew, this operator likes to jam. Jam it, man, jam it. Let's see what we can get out of this. See if we can get closer to a base or something. wondering. My throttle wasn't working. That's interesting. Neither is the gears. So I just changed out the backplane board. This is what feeds the GPS boards, and we'll see what happens. Curious to see. Live, but just not initializing on GPS. Oh, that's faster. And then it stalls. Both GPS cards are negative 2.9, which says that they're pretty much spent. No sensor light. We're squawking main and aux. I mean, we are pretty far away. That's 2,949 feet away from the base on 915 radio. Still, same thing. Alright. Huh. Just does not want to go. It just does not want to initialize. Oh, good grief. I gotta take this all apart and take that backplane board back out. Good grief. Oh, still the same thing. Waiting for radio link. "12 out of 13 on main. 11 out of 12. That's plenty on both. Still not initializing. Huh.